I couldn't tell you how we won the game. I just know our guys stayed together, and we were very fortunate to make some plays down the stretch. I thought Seattle Pacific outcompeted us for probably 37 minutes. They're a very difficult team to prepare for, especially in 24 hours or maybe even less than 24 hours. So we knew we had our hands full defensively. I don't think we played our best defensive game, but credit to them, they're really, really disciplined. I mean, the most disciplined team we played all season. So again, they controlled most of the game, but our guys just seemed like down the stretch they weren't ready for this thing to be over, and I'm so proud of the guys sitting next to me because they just made big plays for our team.
Questions?
Talk a little bit about that last sequence there. Obviously, Jelon out on the key. What was the last setup?
Well, our guys believe in Jelon. Our program believes in Jelon. He's a tough shot maker, and he can get a shot. It's hard to keep him from getting a pretty good shot for him. They may not look like great shots to everyone else, but our guys believe in him. Our staff believes in him, and that's what we were going to do. And I could tell our guys believed in what we were doing. We were going to take the last shot, and if Jelon missed or made it, we were going to feel good about it. That's the situation we put ourselves in with a couple good free throw box outs, and it looked like Jelon been on him a lot about it, but he played with the ball a little bit too much. Kind of either the guy poked it away or he bounced it off his own shin, and he was smart enough when he picked it up not to panic. He found Berg in the corner. Berg got, for him, our guys can make tough shots, a pretty decent step back look. I think it grazed the rim, and we've been, I was really on Trey during the game to compete like a lion, because when he does, our team's so much stronger. He's become a real big piece of our program, and he had crashed the boards, and that's what you do. You got to put yourself in a position to make plays. I remember going back to, we were in Hawaii watching the Super Bowl, and everyone was talking about the mistake the Seahawks made, but the guy from the Patriots made a big play, and that's what Trey made. That's a big play. First, you got to be in there, and then you got to grab the ball, and then you got to have the poise to lay it off the glass and in as the horn sounds. So it's a big play for our program.
Were you out of timeouts?
We had a timeout left. We felt like, if I would have called timeout, we would have put it in Jelon's hands, and we would have felt good about what happened. I thought Seattle Pacific maybe we had a chance to maybe catch them on their heels a little bit more. We typically don't call timeouts in those situations. We're a program that kind of lets it rip. We get after you defensively, and then we try and play with tremendous belief offensively. And again, big play by Trey.
What were you thinking on the ball? Kind of away from Jelon there a little bit. What were you?
I looked at the clock, and I was going to try and get to him with my voice, but it was too loud at that point. And again, he made a great decision not to panic, because it's easy to, when that clock's winding down, pick up that ball and jack up a shot that has no chance, and Seattle Pacific secures the ball and the game's over. But you got to get the ball on the rim and give yourself a chance to get an offensive rebound.
For the players?
Trey, talk about that, getting it into your hands and then laying it in.
All game I heard the bench talking to me about crashing. And it was like, I kind of felt bad because I gave up a couple of rebounds early in the game. But just being a veteran, being in college, it's my third year playing. I've been in games like this before, and I know 1 second, one missed box out can determine the game. And I knew we were going to get a good shot, and I was just like, I'm just putting myself in position to get a rebound if it doesn't go in or whatever. So just my first mind was like crash, and then it just kind of fell in my hands and just laid it in.
Did you feel you beat the clock, or you weren't sure?
Honestly, after I laid it in, I didn't hear the clock go off, so I was ready to get back on defense. I didn't want him to throw it over the top and then get a layup with my man, so that's why I didn't initially celebrate after I scored it. I was ready to get back on defense.
Chris, talk about the second half. You guys are down by 10. You're a senior. You really kind of took over there offensively. What was going on there for you in the second half?
Me being a senior, throughout my college career, I've been in big games like this, and in March, it's about just grinding out to the end. We was down 10, but, we never gave up. So I just feel like I knew they was going to deny Bird, deny Jelon, so I just had to do what I had to do as a point guard to try to get my team in the game, keep us in the game, and just keep us in the flow of the game to the end.
Rick, you don't have many of them, but thoughts on senior leadership in March?
It's probably the most important thing. You know, I was telling our guys a few weeks ago, I heard Urban Meyer talking, and I like football, and a lot of our guys like football, and he was talking about you probably win 9 or 10 games on recruiting and relating it to football, and then you win 1 or 2 on how you train your guys, and then the biggest ones you win because of your leadership, because you've developed your leadership. And we've got great leaders. Chris Brown has been the leader in our program from day one. He was our first recruit. He actually came to CBU because we didn't have a rich basketball tradition. That's how much winning means to him, and he's left fingerprints that will exist forever in our program. I couldn't be prouder to compete with him, and we just want to keep playing together and keep competing together. I love him.
Anything else on this?
Was the basket, was that reviewed at the end by the refs?
We were trying to get out of there. I'm not sure. It was, you know, obviously biased, but I had a pretty good. I thought it clearly beat the horn, and I was just concerned that maybe our guys were celebrating too soon. I think that's the scary thing. There was a game last night, I think, in Montana where a kid ran onto the floor. A kid that was redshirting dove onto the floor and dove back off the floor, and they didn't tee him up. But you know, those are scary situations because the ball goes in. Your natural reaction is to get onto the floor and be with your brothers, and you know, it can get sticky. So I was just, you know, luckily the ball went in. You know, the horn had sounded. So.
Last. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.
Good luck Monday.
Thanks.